Hello, I'm Philip Stoten. I'm here at Apex 2018 and I'm joined by Greg and Francois from Cogiscan. Thanks for joining me, guys. Francois, if I can start with you, the team's growing quite quickly at the moment. Lots going on. I think you've just moved into a new office. Tell me a bit about that and tell me a bit about Greg, who's now joining your team.
Yeah, absolutely. Our team has been growing. I mean, the business has been growing in several strategic segments, one of them being equipment partners, the other one being software partners, and finally our channels and direct customers. As you know, my colleague Mitch actually moved on to the equipment partner program a few months ago, and so we had to replace him with somebody else to take care of our channels. And so we've been looking around, I mean, the idea is that we're trying to find, special profile of individuals to take care of our sales, in terms of the channel program, because we want people that are more than just typical sales guys. We want people that have a technical background, that can have intelligent conversation with customers, and that we can really bring a lot of value in the process. The whole idea of and our success has been about setting realistic expectations with customers. Not over-promising and under-delivering, and that's very important for us. So we have to find people that are able to understand the customer needs in detail. And explain what we can bring in, and then manage the process. Essentially, we're the job of a salesperson in our company is to accompany the customer to his buying journey. It's not our sales process; it's their buying process. And a lot of times, it's the first time they will buy something like that. So they need expertise. They need somebody who will give them good advice. So finding this kind of person is hard. And we've been looking around, and we don't want to hire just somebody because we need people. We need to find the right people. So eventually, we got lucky actually because Greg found us rather than the other way around. I mean, we knew Greg from before. We'd been working with him in several different roles when he was with Universal, when he was with ITAC. I mean, he's been around the industry for 20 years. So, and then we knew he was a really competent guy, and he just happened to be available at the right time for us. Yeah. And so we're very happy to have him on board.
Greg, you found these guys rather than them found you. What attracted you to Cogiscan and what made you want to work with them?
Yeah, well, it was several things really. So as Francois said, we've kind of known each other for quite a long time. Cogiscan has a really great reputation in the industry. I know they have a very loyal customer base. It's very important as a salesperson to be able to believe in the product and the company that you're selling, of course. So this is one of the things that really attracted me to Cogiscan. Another thing is when they explained their strategy to me, it really made sense instantly, right? Basically kind of positioning themselves as the sort of industry standard middleware for communication, for connectivity, if you will, makes perfect sense to me because whenever I've been involved in any of these sort of Industry 4.0 initiatives and IoT and that kind of thing that's now becoming the sort of new frontier and the really driving force in the industry, the first stumbling block is always getting everything to communicate with one another. And it's a huge problem for the customers themselves, for the equipment partners, the equipment vendors, and also for the enterprise software vendors, MES and so forth as well. So to have a solution that can basically take that headache off the table for everyone just made perfect sense to me. And so I really was really excited about the strategy. And also another thing that I really liked is having known them for so long, I remember kind of where they started out with when the industry was kind of lacking a moisture-sensitive device solution. They came with the first one, and then smart feeders became a need before they were so prevalent, and they developed the RFID solution. And then over time, as the industry needs change, they adapt and they change their focus, they change their strategy, and we're able to come with solutions that met the needs of the time. And this is what you have to do in this industry. Our industry changes very quickly, it changes constantly, right? And so now here we are with this Industry 4.0 initiative bringing solutions that really bring value. And so to me, a company that's able to be adaptable like that to the constantly changing environment is also very important.
Yeah, I mean, those terms like agility are terms that you would associate with Cogiscan,
right.
But also that ability to partner and to work with so many people, that
Yes.
must be quite exciting for you.
Absolutely. I've really have been impressed with the reaction that I've been getting from people who know me saying, do you know how lucky you are to be working with these guys? And I say, yeah, I do. Because they really enjoy the partnership model that Cogiscan has and the approach that they take of basically saying, look, we're really here as a partner for you. We're committed to you for the long term. We're not just trying to come in and sell you software licenses and then leave, right? We really want to understand your pain points, your needs, and see how we can come in and meet those needs and have really a mutually beneficial relationship. And it's really, really nice.
Yeah. Francois, just back to you for a moment. You have just moved new offices and you're growing at a reasonable rate now. It's challenging to do that. It requires quite a lot of effort to to maintain a team with the enthusiasm that your current team has. How's that working out?
Yeah, it is definitely probably the number one challenge that we have right now. In terms of our growth plan, is to find the talent and to hire them, recruit them, and then to integrate them in our company and get them up the learning curve as fast as possible. So it is our number one area of focus. A few months ago, we hired an HR person, a full-time HR person, and she comes from Cirque du Soleil, which is a very prestigious organization, where she was recruiting talent all around the world. Not the performers themselves, but everybody else in the company, the other roles. And she's very dynamic and very creative as well, which is, I think, the trademark of the Cirque du Soleil is to be because what happens is it's more of a an employee market now than an employer market, if you like. So there's nobody looking for jobs essentially. So we have to find the talent ourselves, and then we have to approach them, and we have to convince them to come and work for us. So that requires a completely different approach. And she her name is Marie-Eve. She's actually very, very good. And what she did is she put together some kind of a HR marketing program. I don't like to call marketing, because what it is essentially explaining to people why they should come and work for us, and why we're a good company to work for, and why it's people enjoy and people stay with Cogiscan for the long term. So that's a big part of it.
Yeah, and the reputation, as Greg said, the reputation is strong, and that's important. But I really like the term of recruiting talent, and that's what it's all about. It's not about filling posts. It's about getting people that fit the Cogiscan identity and will push the business forward. Thanks very much for joining me, guys. Pleasure to talk to you, Greg, and look forward to talking to you more in the future. Thank you.
Same here. Thanks for having me.